But then this deal called free choice, man made a choice, and it affected him metaphysically, his being, by that choice. Now let's talk about that choice, because people mess up here. Talk about that choice a moment.
Well, freedom means that you could have done otherwise. You have the ability to love God or not love God. You have the ability to choose to go God's way or go your way. If you're not free, you're a robot. You know, God wasn't pulling puppet strings. We're not puppets that He made. We're persons, and persons are subjects. They're eyes. They're individuals that can make choices of their own for which they're responsible. So God made us like Himself, in that He is a moral being, we're moral beings. He is a free being, we're free beings, and we made our free choice. You can't be free to love God if you're not free to hate God. You can't be free to worship God if you're not free to blaspheme God. So inherent in the very nature of making a free creature, which God did, is this possibility of evil. But the possibility of evil is not an evil. The possibility of evil is freedom, and freedom is a good thing.
Yeah. I mean, you're so good at just spouting these syllogisms, but I had a non-Christian professor spring this same kind of syllogism on me, and I want to roll through it, and I want you to unscramble it, okay? Same thing you said, just in other words. God's absolutely perfect. We all agree about that. God cannot create anything imperfect. We all agree with that one. And a perfect creature, he said, cannot do evil. We don't agree with that. You've got to tell us why in a moment. And therefore, evil, he said, cannot arise in such a world. But evil did arise. I mean, look around it. It's here, okay? Evil did arise in the world. Hence, either A, God's not absolutely perfect, or God did not create perfect creature.
Yeah.
Okay? And those are false, because the premise C, a perfect creature cannot do evil, that's not right. Why?
It's not right because one of the perfections that God gave His creatures was free choice. Free choice is a good. I've never seen anyone marching against freedom. You know, carrying a sign saying, down with freedom, back to bondage, I want to do everything my mother ever told me. Nobody ever marches against freedom. In fact, if you did march against freedom, you would be marching for it, because you would be using your freedom to march against freedom. So even an act against freedom is an act of freedom, so you can't deny that freedom is a good. Even the people who say, well, I don't think it's good to be free, ask them, do you think it was good that you could say that? They believe it's good to be free. So freedom is a good, but freedom makes evil possible. A perfect being that has a perfect thing called free will can bring evil into the universe, and in fact did. His name was Lucifer, and the next one was named Adam.